Good morning, guys. Okay, it's another week of learning from home. So, what we're going to do this morning is we are going to review a Bible verse and a Bible lesson because guess what? We have learned all of the Bible verses and we have learned all of the Bible lessons. So now we're just reviewing all of them, okay? So, today we're going to review Psalm 56:3. And repeat after me or say it with me. Psalm 56:3. When I am afraid, I will trust in thee. Psalm 56:3. Look at this little boy. Do you see him? It looks like they're in the grocery store. So this looks like maybe his mommy. Here's another little girl with her mom. They're in a grocery store. What do you think's wrong with them? Let's look close. You see him? He looks kind of scared, doesn't he? He's afraid. He can't find his mom. So our verse says, what time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. Now, what do you think trust means? It means that you can know someone will do what they say they will do. God has promised to be with us when we are afraid. When you are scared or alone, you can trust God to take care of you. See the lady in the blue shirt? She's the little boy's mother. When he turned around, God showed him right where she was. Isn't it wonderful that when we're afraid, we can trust in God to help us? So when we trust in God, it means we know that He is going to help us. We trust that He is going to help us. So repeat after me. Psalm 56:3. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. Psalm 56:3. Okay, so a lot of you should recognize this Bible card because this is a story that we learned earlier this year too. And this is the story of the 10 lepers. Now let me ask you a question. What is a miracle and who can do miracles? There's only one person who can do a miracle. A miracle is something special and it's something that only God can do. So when Jesus was on earth, He was the only one that could do miracles. He is God the Son and the one that God had promised to send us. He did many miracles to show people that He was the Son of God. One day, Jesus walked by a small village, and suddenly a group of men called out to Him. These men had a terrible disease called leprosy. Leprosy was a sickness that caused a person to get big sores all over his skin. People who had leprosy were called lepers. And back then, God made a law that when a person got leprosy, he had to live with other lepers. He could not stay at home because other people in his family might catch the disease of leprosy. He could not stay at home, and so they would have to live live on the streets with the other sick people, or maybe in a house. I don't really know where they lived, but I know that they couldn't live at home with their families. These 10 men who called to Jesus were lepers. They had heard of Jesus, and they knew that Jesus could heal sick people like them. They hoped Jesus might be able to heal them too. Jesus, help us, they cried. And when Jesus saw them, He said to them, go show yourselves to the priests. Now, in that day, when someone had leprosy, and then they got well, they were healed, they had to go see the priest before he could go back home to live with his family. The priest would say whether the leprosy was gone or not, and then the priest would say, okay, yes, you're healed and you can go live with your family, or he would say, your sickness isn't gone, you have to go back. So when Jesus told the men to go show themselves to the priest, they ran off to see the priest because they believed Jesus, and He healed them as they were running. As they ran, they looked down and saw that their skin was clear and healthy again. They were well, and Jesus had made them well. So, let's review. Here's Jesus, and He was walking along the path. Now, here are the 10 lepers. See how they're sick, and they've got stuff over their mouth, and bandages on their sores. Now, they had heard about Jesus, and they knew that He was healing sick people. And so, when they went to Jesus, they asked Him to be healed, and Jesus said, okay, well, go see the priest. And they believed that Jesus was going to heal them. So they were running to see the priest, and as they looked down, all of the sores were leaving their hands. Now, something happened. Out of 10 of them, only one turned around, and he went to tell Jesus something. So we're going to discuss what happened with this one guy. But if you remember, tell your mommies and daddies what happened. So tomorrow we're going to talk about, see how they're all running? They're all running to see the priest because they want to go back home to their families. But one of them turned around and did something for Jesus. So we are going to talk about that tomorrow, and we'll review that tomorrow. Okay, guys, we are going to go over our 1 and our 2 vowel rule. Now, let's say our 1 vowel rule first. When there is 1 vowel in the word, it usually says its short sound, and you mark it with a smile. So all of these vowels right here are the short vowels. Do you see the smiles? Okay, let's say our short vowels. Short vowel sounds. A, I, Now let's say our 2 vowel rule. When there are 2 vowels in a word, the first vowel says its long sound and the second vowel is silent, so you slash it. These are the long sounds because look at the line over them. Long has a line. Let's say these sounds. A, E, I, O, U. Very good. On my board right here, I've got a 1 vowel word and a 2 vowel word. The 1 vowel word, I underlined my blend and I marked my vowel with a smile. So let's blend this out. W, E, we. Wet, wet. This 1 vowel word is wet. Let's do the second one. Here's my blend. G, O, go. Goat, goat. O for the long sound. That's my first vowel. My second vowel is silent, so I slashed it. G, O, go. Goat, goat. Are you guys able to blend these faster than you used to? I bet you can because we have been practicing so much. And then this is your phonics sheet for today, okay? You need to look at the picture and you need to sound out all the words and you need to circle the correct words. So let's do the first one together. That looks like a mop. So let's try this one. 1 vowel, it's gonna say a short sound. Ma, mop, mop. There's your word. Now let's blend this out just to see, because I see 2 vowels. So the first vowel, I, is gonna be a long sound. I, my, might, might. That's not a might, but this is definitely a mop. So there's your answer. And then on this phonics page, you're gonna look at the picture and you're gonna circle the beginning sound. So this one's super simple. So on this one, this is a rainbow. What does rainbow start with? R, because R says So you would circle the lowercase r. Very good. Number time. Okay, so we are focusing a lot on the teen family with our worksheets today. So let's quickly say the teen family numbers and let's quickly explain why it's the teen family. Ready? Try to keep up with me, okay? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now, why is it the teen family? Because there's a 1 in the front. Very good. Now, I want you to take a look at our worksheet today. You have sailboats that are all in the teen family except for this number because that number does not start with 1. It starts with a 2. This is number 20. Now, do you notice that these numbers are out of order? 16 and then 19 and then 17 and then 18. They're all out of order. What Miss Egg wants you to do is I want you to first, before you match your pictures, I want to see if you can put these in order. So you have 16. What number would come after 16? 17. Very good. So I want you to put all of these numbers in order, okay? All right, guys. If you look up here, Miss Egg has... Hey, Drake. It's not Christmas Drake. Miss Egg has taped up all kind of different numbers. They're all different parts of different families. I see some of the ones family on here. In the blues, the ones family. I see I have one teen family number because it starts with the 1 and the 8, so 18. And then I have two numbers that are part of the 20s family. So what I want you to do is, if you need help, that's fine. You have a number chart in your red folder. But what I want you to do is I want you to put these numbers in order. So what is a number that we always start with? 0. So Miss Egg is going to take this and I will put it in front. I want you to pause the video and I want you to put these numbers in order and then press play when you want to know the answer. Alright guys, here you go. I realized I didn't use the best word. I said to put them in order, but what I meant was I wanted you to put them in order from the smallest number to the biggest number. So I apologize for that. But what I meant was I wanted you to take the smallest number and then the next smallest number and then work your way up. So let's review. We always start with number 0. Now, my next smallest number was 9. Notice how they're the same color because they're in the same house. Now we both have 2 numbers on each card. So look at the first number. Is 1 or is 2 a bigger number? You have 1, you can either have 1 candy bar or 2 candy bars. Which one is less? The 1. So this means that is the smaller number. It's less than 21. So you have 0, then 9, then 18. It's our teen family number. And then if you look at these 2 yellow cards, well, they both have 2 in front. Okay, so they're the same in the front number, so go to the next number. You have a 1 as the second number, or a 2 as the second number. Which one is smaller? Again, 1 or 2. 1 is smaller. Very good. So you would have 21 and then 22. All right, guys, for handwriting, you have the V paper. The V on the back, you are going to write the word van. So I'm going to help you guys with that. For V, you're going to start on the dotted line. You make a slide down to the carpet, which is normally pink, but I still can't find my pink marker. Go down to the pink carpet, and then you make a slide up and stop at the dotted line. Little V does not live upstairs, and it does not live in the basement. So you make one slide down, and then you make another slide slanting the other way, or you can look at it as a ladder climbing back up. For letter A, your dot will be in the middle of downstairs. On this paper, I don't think they have a dot, but start on the dot, make your circle first. Kind of like the numbers. You always start with the number 0. Well, for certain letters, you're always going to draw your circle first. And then A has a kickstand from the dotted line down to the carpet. For little n, start on the dotted line, walk your way down to the carpet. Now, it's got 1 hump. Camels have 2 humps. Well, little n only has 1 hump. So you are going to come back up, make a hump downstairs. Very good.
Hey guys, Miss Kelsey is so excited to be reading to y'all again today. I miss y'all so much and I hope y'all are having fun, okay? So today we're going to read Silly Sally. Silly Sally went to town walking backwards upside down. On the way she met a pig, a silly pig. They danced a jig. Look at Silly and that pig. Y'all see her? Silly Sally went to town dancing backwards upside down. On the way she met a dog, a silly dog. They played leapfrog. Look, Silly Sally, the dog, and the pig. Silly Sally went to town leaping backwards upside down. On the way she met a loon, a silly loon. They sang a tune. Silly Sally went to town singing backwards upside down. On the way she met a sheep, a silly sheep. They fell asleep. Now how did Sally get to town, sleeping backwards upside down? Along came Nettie Buttercup, walking forwards right side up. What do you think's going to happen, guys? I don't know. Let's see. He tickled the pig who danced a jig. He tickled the dog who played leapfrog. He tickled the loon who sang a tune. He tickled the sheep who fell asleep. He tickled Sally who woke right up. She tickled Nettie Buttercup. And that's how Sally got to town. Look, the buttercup guy's upside down now. I see that? It's so silly. Walking backwards upside down. Alright guys, I'll see you later.